moment by moment, I'm starting to believe that gaming is starting to pass me by. Sometimes I love gaming, and sometimes I hate gaming, but overall, I can't do without it. I absolutely adore it. Gaming is my passion. It always will be. But moment by moment, I feel like gaming is starting to pass me by. And a kid that's been playing games since the late 80s, early 90s, it's starting to seem that, I'm starting to be that old guy. Absolutely. So things like this, when it comes to PlayStation 5 Pro, I'm starting to like, yeah, it's time for me to check out when it comes to the newer stuff. And even if I do get newer devices, I'll probably just, lean towards the PC in general because this right here is crazy. So let's talk about the PlayStation 5 Pro and the disk drive. If you are new to the channel, welcome. We're almost close to 720 subs, trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the month. This is all thanks to you guys. I really appreciate the support. Hope you guys will continue to support, like, share, subscribe, and everything under that umbrella. All right. I've been on Twitter the other day, pretty much yesterday, and I love these guys at Does It Play. I did a video about these guys a while back. They do phenomenal work figuring out if games play on, your hardware without the internet. Is the game complete on the disc? Is there anything you have to worry about, whatever patches or anything maybe? So Does It Play quote tweeted this guy named Jamie, and it said he turned on his PS5, had to update the disk drive, and now ish like this keeps happening. So what is that keeps happening? So the disc itself is not reading now, and you can't recognize it. It says can't recognize the disc. Make sure it's not damaged or dirty, that it is not inserted upside down. So now he's having an unreadable disc situation after updating the disc drive. So Does It Play comes in and says it look like the latest firm update can potentially break your PS5 Slim, according to users. And under the post, it included an update drive for the controller as well, which that is a whole different issue that I'll talk about later on in this video to add on to it. So what they actually done, Does It Play says, what's equally worrying is that the update forced people to go online to update their controller, can't use it anymore otherwise. Like I said, I'll talk about the controller in a little bit. So it says, we just tested this with the second controller. So they're talking about the controller, but overall, you can even go on Reddit. People are having this issue with their PS5 Slim or whatever the case may be. And they're saying like, yo, you got to update your your hard drive. You have to update your disk drive so your disk could be, be read or so it could be, downloaded to the hard drive or whatever the case may be. Stuff like this makes me not even want to buy this, at all. I will not buy a system that's digital only to begin with. And in full disclosure, if this is what you want to do, that is absolutely fine. Don't let anybody stop you from buying what you want to buy. And I'm not knocking anybody who do it. But if this is a deal breaker for me. I am not, first of all, the digital only thing I'm not a fan of. And then second of all, the disk drive, if it's detachable, that's cool. I don't have an issue with it. But when you have to update it, or it may not read your disk, or let's say if you don't, you update it and something happens to it where you need an extra patch or whatever, or certain games may not run anymore because of the update to the disk drive, that's a deal breaker for me. First of all, the console itself, if you buy the stand and the disk drive, you're paying over $800. So you expect things to work, and then you have an issue with, like controllers and the disk drive not working. What happens when the end of life of this console happens, and he's like, will it have like that final update to run your disk drive? I mean, should that even be a thing? That disk drives need to be updated? Now I understand that you want the disk drive to be updated or not updated, but to be connected to the internet. So it'll be, attached to the actual console as far as, they're actually, talking to each other. I do get that to an extent. You just don't want to put any disk drive on there. But, I get it. Not a fan of it, but I get it. But for you just to have constant updates to the disk drive tells me that at some point they're going to have a situation where you update or you're not going to be able to play any games through your disk anymore. Just quite frankly telling you, hey, you need to go ahead and be on the all digital platform, which I've been saying this forever. Yo, they're trying to get everybody on the all digital bandwagon, which, I get it. It's cool. I do it on PC already. But when they start doing this with the consoles, I think this is where, I'll officially back out of the console space. I'm not going to be buying these boxes that only do digital when I already have one in PC, and I'll just wait for the game to come out on PC. And people are going to be like, well, what are you going to do with GTA 6 or whatever the case may be? First of all, GTA 6 is not going to be in the best state when it comes to the PlayStation 5 Pro. I don't believe that. With that being said, I'll let everybody else be the beta testers, and then I'll play it on my PC when it comes out. I mean, that's basically what I did on the or Grand Theft Auto 5. I played it on PS3, didn't like it. Played it on PS4, and it was okay. PS5 was the console, or the Xbox Series was the console where you started to see that it was fully fleshed out 4K 60, and it was pretty neat. But then again, I still played on my PC. And by the time the PS5 came out, it was already everything you want on the PC. So I'll wait, but I don't have any desire to buy this anymore. I thought about it. I was going back and forth with it. I even made videos saying I could do it. I may do it. When should you buy it? I did a video about when should you buy it, and you should wait when everybody else will tell you what the performance is like. But when stuff like this happens, and that's for me, it's a no-go. For you, it may work for you. Maybe you'll be fine. Maybe you don't even want the disk drive at all. But when you have to update disk drives and stuff like that, or you may have a situation where when you do update, it may not read the disk drive. That right there, I'm totally good on that. And I know it's maybe an issue where PlayStation will, fix at some time or whatever case may be, or they already dealt with it at some point. But it could be at any point where you may have an issue. The controllers, like I was talking about the controllers, you can't play, your games anymore if you don't update your controller, because it has to be an online connection. I understand where the online connection thing comes in. You want to have your stuff online so your trophies can sync. You want to play online with others. You want to be able to download games. But to have your hardware function just to be online is absolutely insane in my opinion. I just don't understand what's the big deal about updating controllers. Updating games is one thing. Updating the firmware, I understand that because, security risk with the console. But hard drives and controllers, I'm not hard drive, but disk drives and controllers, I don't understand that at all. I don't know. I did talk about this as well on the Xbox side of things. They weren't downloading the Xbox originals, and some people was having issues with that. So this is not necessarily just a PlayStation 5 Pro issue. It is not just a PlayStation 5 Slim issue. It's all the way across the board when it comes to Xbox as well. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here where you have certain updates where the Xbox have an issue in it as well, and you have the PlayStation 5 Slim disk drives and controllers are having that problem, or it's just a mechanism in the the ecosystem. I don't know, man. I mean, I just think at the end of the day, you just find what works for you. If it works for you, great. If it works for, anybody else that's kind of on the fence, you think that you can deal with it, that's cool. But I think just for me, I can't do it. No, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I'll be in a situation where, even if, the Xbox, whatever case may be, they do that as well. I just can't buy a console where you have to update stuff like that. This will probably be the last time I do it. As far as the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series, the PlayStation, 6, will it have the same issue like this? Will they have a detachable one? Can you get one with the disc drive? What about the next Xbox? Are you going to have a disc drive as well? Even if the disc drive is all intact, do you still have to update? It's just a lot going on. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Shout out to Does It Play. Shout out to the person who brought this to everybody's attention. And this also is all over some parts of Reddit as well. So it's not just a one-off. So hopefully you guys will, check it out. If you're having this issue, how did you deal with it? Is it still an issue? Was it resolved? I don't know. I know the Xbox issue was resolved. I'm pretty sure this was resolved by now as well. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here. I am going to play some games for the rest of the night and get ready to, go on and deal with the rest of my week. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy, man. I'm out. Peace.